It's 6:30 and I don't want to get up yet because I'm so comfortable in my bed. I think I might go back to sleep for like 20 more minutes and then I'm gonna get up and start the day. So a little bit later than what I was anticipating, but something told me I needed to sleep a little bit longer, and yeah, so I went back to bed for a little bit. So here's the room that you don't see very often because I don't show it because it's kind of my embarrassing hoarder room that I call it, and it's between this room and the basement is my struggle and the rooms that I try to avoid the most because they cause the most stress. So I was hoping to get into the basement today and I might do something down there, but this is seeming to be my most stress right now because there's just stuff everywhere, and this corner right here is out of control because there is just so much crap here in the corner, and I figured I might be better off just working in here. So the desk was Frank's desk from a long time ago. It's way past its expiration and we were planning on getting a new one. We just haven't done it yet. And this stuff is all kind of piled up from just papers or things that I need to go through. There's probably some trash in here. I just need to sort through it. But I am a paper person. I like to write things down as opposed to put them in a phone or on some kind of electronic thing or device. So I think this is going to be my goal today, is to tackle this. And like I said, I don't want to put too much pressure on myself to write a long list. So I feel like if I can get this done today, that would be a huge weight off my shoulders. And I'm also working on editing some videos that I have had for a while. I'm trying to put them together. So today that is going to be my main focus, is on editing and getting this desk completely cleared off and organized. I think the first thing I'm going to do is start in this pile right here and separate like bills or things that I need to take care of like today. And then the rest of the stuff I'm going to move over to that side and then we'll kind of deal with it that way. So like for instance, AT&T, I need to look into that. This just needs to be refilled in the bathroom. This catalog from Cabela's for Frankie, birthday card. So I'm just going to make a pile of like stuff on that side to kind of like put off for now. Like my little notebooks. I have like 5,000 notebooks because I love writing things down. We're just going to put that stuff off to the side. This stuff is for empties video that needs to, I just put into like a list and then put it back or put it where it needs to go. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. So this calendar just needs to be changed and hung up. And then more stuff. This is trash. Recipe. Another list. This is what I'm talking about. See that? Just like another list again. This is trash. Recipe that goes in my book. More notes. And more notes that are not from me. Okay, so far the only thing I found is this bill. So we'll take care of that. So then I guess, let me just look through this pile here and see if there's any bills. I have Easter stuff even out because I still have to put out the rest of my Easter stuff. This stuff, more cards, more notebooks, more notebooks. Oh, this is a check that I need to deposit. Here's a bill, so take care of that. Cards, more cards. More notebooks. I'm telling you. Okay, so it looks like it's only those two. So I'm gonna take care of those first, and then we'll do some more. The one thing I want to show you guys is something good that I did a long time ago, and definitely worth the time spent into doing it, but I don't want to show you too close because it has personal information in there. But I made kind of like a command center folder, which has a lot of like the important paperwork in it that you need. So has like our social security cards, birth certificates, things like that. So that way it's in a specific area where everyone knows that it's there. And then like life insurance policy stuff there. And then I did like a passwords for utilities. So I'll just kind of show you. I have all of the utilities and then the usernames and passwords because obviously you can lose track of them. And then there's different categories. So like Dominik, school related kind of things for passwords again. And then I did even like social stuff, like different social media things like your Netflix, or not Netflix, but like I said social media random shopping. So Airbnb, Netflix, Iron Pigs, Weight Watchers, all those things. So that way for whatever reason, if someone needed to get into them, they had them. And then even like a section for doctors. So because doctors have all those patient portals now. So it's definitely a good idea to do that. And then when it comes time to paying the bills, which I'm going to pay those too, that I just found, then it's easy for me to just kind of go to my notebook and figure out which ones and log in and just go from there. So that is one thing. I'm pretty organized when it comes to doing. I just have I need a better system when it comes to actually bringing this stuff in because I don't have a good process for that. So this is definitely where I think the problem comes into play. So like for instance, and I've talked about this before where I have this really bad habit of doing this, that I get an excess of stuff and then I put something in a place because I want to remind myself to do it, but what happens is it just gets built up until I have a great big pile of stuff and then I get overwhelmed with it and then I just don't touch any of it. So like for instance, all of these pieces of paperwork are things that I need to either file away, do something with, decide something about it, or just some action has to be done with it. But because there's so many of them now, because I just keep piling them in here, then I don't do anything. So I think what I'm going to try to do today is literally just pull from the top, whatever it is, and try to deal with it. Because if anything, by the end of the day, I will have a chunk of things that are done that have probably been sitting here for a couple months that have just been waiting to be done, and then I will definitely feel better. So it might not all get done today, but there will definitely be a huge improvement by the time I go to bed tonight. So that is what we're gonna do. So I'm literally gonna start on the top, and like I'm trying to kind of hold it because I can't show you everything because of the like information that's on there, but I'm going to pick from the top and then just go from there and deal with it. It's kind of hard to get paperwork done when there's a kitty sitting on top of it. Flora, Flora, come on. Excuse me. Miss, hello. Excuse me. I'm trying to get some paperwork done. How can I do my paperwork and you're sitting on it? How can I get it done? How can I do what I'm supposed to do if you're sitting on it? Flora Bean. Flora, come on. I just got this box on the front porch. So it came, and it comes in like this package if you've never seen it before with the stuff, but you have to kind of organize it so it's all thrown in there, and then you pull out whatever you need for your recipe. And I got sweet ponzu beef bowls, which we've had before and they're really good. And then this one we haven't tried yet is the caramelized pineapple and beef bowls. So obviously you can see what I was thinking a lot about when I ordered this one for the week. This was actually in the box too, the recipe for this, but they didn't have the little card in the box, so I just pulled this up on their website. This was another recipe that came in there for the week. And then it looks like this is the stuff for it. So you have your pork, your cheeses, your tortillas, all of that produce stuff. And that was another meal that was there. And I showed this in a video before, but what we do then is you just get, like, this is the box that the produce came in, and we just take the recipes or the ingredients, and then we put them all together and then just put it in the fridge just like this. So that way, when I decide to make that recipe, you just pull the whole container out and bring it upstairs from the basement fridge. Still got a ways to go, but I was able to get this whole pile of things that were here taken care of, and then that was like little projects all in there, so I did all of that. So I'm here with this little pile and my calendar, so some more few things to go through. So I'm guessing this is going to be like a off and on weekend project. So to sum it up from this week, like I said, a really good idea to do this because I had everything clean by the end of the week and kind of like sorted and didn't have all of this checklist over my head to get done. So my nephews were here yesterday and we had a lot of fun. We made waffles. I taught them how to do it, and it was a huge mess, but it was okay because that was the only little mess that I had to clean up. And normally I get too anxious with that, so I just let them go, and it was really fun. So I'm already noticing a huge difference by keeping things tidier and neater the way that I wasn't doing it so much before. And I am loving this whole idea because it's definitely making a huge difference in just how the days are going. So I'm excited for another week, and I hope you are too.